Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome to the first episode of Slash and Cast of 2017. We have new mics. Okay, so if it sounds bad or you don't like it or something like that, we just tell us, we'll switch back or something like that. I just had surgery a week ago on my throat. I had a tonsillectomy, adenoidectomy. So if I sound a little weird, sorry. Stick with us. That's also why we're a little bit late. It's already a weekend to January.
True.
And this year still sucks just as much. No, I'm just kidding. First of all, we didn't talk about the Friday the 13th the game beta. Covered it, had a huge update on it right before the beta. Played it a lot. Now we're here. So we had a week to think about this. What did you think?
Well, it was a beta.
Right.
And it played like a beta. There were a lot of bugs. A lot of which I was surprised. They were fixing bugs as they were coming up throughout the week of the beta, which I thought was really good. Jason would get stuck a lot. The counselors would just get stuck on doors or on anything, really.
Yeah, it seems like anytime you have like the animation where like when Jason bursts through a door, there's like a slight animation that I don't really know how to explain. It's not like a cutscene, but it's definitely different than like you. Mm-hmm. It seems like anytime he did something like that, it would kind of freeze up. Same with counselors. If you were trying to open like a drawer or something to find, you get stuck there a lot too.
Yeah, I got stuck, and there was nothing I could do. Jason came on, looked at me, saw I was stuck, and left. Finally, you had to come. You were another counselor. You came and hit me with a bat or something, and it set me free.
Yeah, so you would hit people out of stuff. Like one time I was home with Jason. I came I'm waiting for Jason to come in, and then I finally look around the corner. He's stuck. He's like, "Dude, can you just hit me and then I won't get you?" I was like, "All right."
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a beta. It's to be expected.
Right. It's everything I expected. In like all around the game is what we expected. But I mean, we were really informed going into it. So I mean, if you really want the big update and what we actually thought about the game and like things that were like exclusive to the game, details about it, go check out our last episode of Slash Cast. There'll be there's a little button right there. You can click on that. But yeah, it's pretty much what we expected. Kills were pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I always got wrecked. I find out that like if you either spawn on the car or if you spawn at Higgins Haven, you're kind of screwed off the bat.
Yeah, he's right there every time.
That's always where I teleport to if I'm Jason. So you're pretty much screwed right there. Getting into the game initially, we talked about this was fixed. This is one of the things that it's fixed in the beta. Getting into games was awful. Servers were very slow.
Yeah.
I think the biggest weakness of this was Vanessa, who is the black athletic character, the counselor. She was just OP as all hell.
Stamina, if you had some, you were gone, man. Jason could not catch you. Yeah, he could use, I forget, the morph, I believe it was, where he just goes right in front, but then you just turn around and run the other direction.
If you're not good, you don't nail that. Like, your Vanessa's, like, I remember people always screw with you. Like, she's fast enough that you can just walk with her. If Jason gets close enough, you sprint for a little bit, then walk again. So you never waste your stamina. You just can't get caught with her.
And they did nerf her, I believe, on the last day or the second to last day of the beta. I didn't get to play on that last day, but I saw on the Facebook post that they did nerf her a bit.
She was still pretty overpowered, that too.
Yeah. That's from the thoughts I hear on the Friday the 13th the game subreddit, that she was still OP.
Mm-hmm. We talked about in our last episode that Jason could be killed. The creator said that Jason could be killed. Nobody figured it out.
They were looking in the code, and there is an item or an interaction with Mother's sweater or white sweater, whatever the term was, which means, and there was nothing you could do in this beta, which means maybe they didn't put it in the beta.
They said you could, which was the people killed Jason, but in like a glitch form, like he just kind of died.
He fall through the map, fall from the sky randomly. It wasn't good. You can smack the heck out of them. We were in a private game, and I think you were Jason, I would just hit you over and over. You'd fall over, you get back up.
Yeah.
So we don't know if they put it in the beta and said they did just to get people to keep trying. It looks like there is going to be an interaction with the sweater, like in the way he was killed in part 2.
Yeah, it seems very Friday 13th part 2 is how you're going to do it. I don't know if there's more than one way. I think it'd be cool if like the Jason you are is the Jason that you have to kill, I think that would be cool. So
there's theories that are saying that you need to have the sweater, you need to be the last, you need to be the last surviving, you need to be a girl, you need to I don't know if they would get that complex. I mean, this isn't a AAA title.
They talk about how hard it's going to be. It maybe,
but I mean, it's not a AAA title. They don't have time for that.
Yeah,
unless they really thought about it and figured out a way quickly. But yeah.
No one figured it out.
We will figure it out.
We're going to figure it out. God, we're going to be the first ones to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. When that game drops, we're going to be live streaming like crazy. Man.
Yeah. Now, I do the ways to escape. Car was difficult enough. I think that was balanced well. And other than that, you have escape through the cops. I think escaping through the cops is too easy.
Yes,
I
agree.
Now we got comments in our last video saying, "Well, the developers they know what they're doing." My second game I escaped, and I escaped like 3 times in a row because cops is just too easy. If you can now, Jason obviously knows the cops are there, and you can teleport right in front of it. If you have Vanessa, first of all, the odds of you getting by him there pretty high, and then they start once you're too close to the cops, they start shooting Jason. So, it's really just not fair in that situation. I don't know how to make it harder. I don't know what the answer is to doing that, but it just seems a little too easy.
Right. Now, when I played, I didn't try to escape. I wanted the full effect of the game. I wanted the thrill of running away and keep coming back. I was the last alive once. I was like third to last a few times. That was fun for me, and I knew escaping was that easy, just with the cops, just real easy. One thing that I didn't get was the walkie-talkie.
Right.
I didn't get how that worked.
It seemed like you just talk and that was it.
But that sucks. I mean, either nobody was on the other end when I had it.
Yeah, the problem was a lot of people weren't using mics, and that was too bad.
Yeah. There was a push to talk option, which we immediately turned off because I don't know what button it was even to press. We used the Xbox controllers on the PC, obviously. We turned that off just so we could free talk if we got around people, which is what I think a lot of people did once they figured out you could do that. But the walkie-talkie, I mean, you pick it up, and really nothing different happened with me.
Yeah, I do say the best thing to have, and there's some times you pick up like firecrackers and stuff, never really found the like, I understand the benefit of them, but I just never really seem beneficial enough to ever really use them.
They're talking about how to make those, incorporate those more, at least on the subreddit.
Right, I think the best thing, by far the best thing is to have the pocket knife. Because he grabs you, stab him in the neck, you have plenty of time to get away. The pocket knife's definitely the best.
Yeah, I definitely feel that they should be limited more. I feel like everybody had a pocket knife.
Yeah.
There should be maybe 2 on the map, maybe 3. If you're lucky, If you're lucky, you get this item, and if you're lucky, you get the pocket knife, which is a free pass, really.
Mm-hmm. Free swinging Jason was a thing. We weren't sure last time, but he's a free swinging Jason is a thing, and it takes about 3 hits usually to kill someone.
Yeah, it was funny because I would get hit and finally die, and I would just glitch out. I would just like stand up and then just fall over. They need to fix that. That happened every time that swinging Jason hit me. Maybe it was just me, but yeah. That was that.
Really, the game played well. It was a lot of fun.
When you could get in the game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, very addicting. Especially when you have a full squad going in there, it's a lot of fun. Once they fix the glitches, it'd be pretty cool.
And they didn't have a way to party up.
Yeah, it was there. It just wasn't working right before they released the beta.
Right.
So, but yeah, there will be.
But that'll be fun because we would end up trying to get in a game where there was a free slot, and then we would invite each other and try to get in the game. We got in a couple games together. Once they get that full party rolling and we got a crew together, it's gonna be a good
lot
time.
of fun. Speaking of the release date, Tom Savini, they've been saying early 2017 for a while.
Every comment they get is their official release date, early 2017. Early 2017. In an interview, I believe it was either November or December, with Tom Savini about the game, they were talking about his part in the game. He's like, yeah, it was really fun. It's a shame they had to push it back till February.
So, we're looking at February. Maybe.
I mean, early 2017 is Q1. That's before March. And then they said summer is when the single player is coming
Right.
to the game. So I feel like why would they release it, 2 months apart? Release it 4 months or 5 months apart.
Yeah, it's kind of just bouncing around right now. We don't really know for sure, but it seems like it's going to be really early. So maybe in a month.
If you played the beta, hopefully you took a part in the after beta survey to list any bugs you came across, what you liked, what you disliked. They are reading them, and they're fixing anything they can. They're implementing new ideas as fast as possible so that they can get this game out the way that we want it to be.
Right.
So hopefully it's February, a month away. When we get it, we're going to be streaming that all day, every day.
Yep, might feel out of school, so.
True.
All right, but with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the day, being Slender Man. Slender Man was confirmed a while ago. So we're finally getting a legit motion picture for this crazy urban legend that blew up a couple years ago because of the game. But it officially locked into a director whose name is Sylvain White. If you do not know who Sylvain White is, you don't want it. Because Sylvain White, the last horror movie that I know he directed, and I think the last movie he directed in general was The Losers, but the last horror movie in 2006 was All I Always Did Last Summer, which if you know about that movie, you know it is absolute garbage.
Sure is. I'm a really big fan of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
And it hurt a little bit.
Yeah, like even I Still Know You Did Last Summer is bad.
Yeah.
All I Always Did Last Summer is horrendous, okay? Takes a really stupid concept. It just seems... He doesn't... the suspense isn't there, the stupid monster things.
No.
And Sylvain White, when it comes to movies, has failed tremendously several times. And since then, he's kind of locked into television and doing some like Sleepy Hollow stuff.
Hawaii Five-0 is...
Yeah, I mean, Hawaii Five-0, MacGyver, Major Crimes, Rush Hour, just most of them usually being bad shows, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So him taking on a role in a movie, first of all, and then as Slender Man, which is being a horror film, scares me because you have to be talented to be a director. But when it comes to horror, you have to have a very certain mindset and skills to be able to build it well.
And based on his past work, he doesn't or didn't at that time, really. And Slender Man, it is an original movie. It's not like, oh, it's a sequel. I can just kind of, do what they did last time. This is new, and you're the director. Hopefully you know what you're doing, and hopefully you don't give us some crap.
Right. Yeah, it scares me. I think it's going to be bad. It's going to be probably pretty horrendous, would be my guess at this point.
Yeah. Not sure about a release date. I don't see anything here. Probably not 2017.
I would...
Unless it's a direct-to-video at the end of the year.
It definitely could be.
I bet it gets a theater release.
Yeah, it's such a big title. It's going to make money regardless. Everyone knows Slender Man now. That thing blew up.
And especially there's the documentary coming out, or maybe it did come out, Beware the Slender Man, I believe.
Right.
If you don't know, these two girls actually lured their friend into the woods and murdered her because Slender Man told them to. And it's all about that court case. I don't even know much about it, if it got resolved or not, but they stabbed her to death.
Right.
And in court, they're like, oh, yeah, Slender Man told us to do it. Who's Slender Man? Oh, yeah, he's the guy from the game. Yeah, Slender Man. He's Slender Man. They're like, oh, Slender Man. And then, of course, video games make people violent.
Yeah.
All that stuff,
So it's a big topic, and it's a scary thing. Slender Man is a pretty scary thing. One of the scarier and biggest urban legends right now. So,
yeah.
Big title, big name, bad director in place. So, I mean, you can only hope at this point.
True.
But moving on, though. Back to television here. Bates Motel. We talked about this a while ago, so I don't really understand why it's a big deal now. News article came out that Bates Motel is officially locked into a final season, that being season 5. And a lot of people are saying it was very sudden, shocked them a little bit. It's getting in early. They were saying that it got cut down because of quality, that it's been cut down to a 5-season show. That's not the case at all. We were probably a little over a year ago now. This was before season 3 even started, that it was going to be 5 seasons. They were locked in 5 seasons to be the final. You can't do anymore. You're about to hit the Psycho part of the show.
And even I haven't watched it yet. I really want to watch it. But you watched some of the seasons, maybe the ones that were just on Netflix, and you were saying, I don't know how much longer they can go at this point already.
Right.
Because we're getting to that point where Psycho. So, you know, it's not all bad when shows get, you know, cut short or announce a final season early.
Sometimes it's for the better.
True. They don't want to stretch it out. I mean, yeah, they could be making a lot of money if they stretch it out for maybe 2 more seasons.
Right.
A lot of people are watching.
Usually, no matter what a show falls off, I mean, let's look at The Walking Dead, the biggest show of all time, breaking several records, and now it's falling off very quickly. So let's not let Bates Motel do that. Let's let it end where it should at the beginning of Psycho, and that's what's going to happen. So
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good about that show. I really need to watch it.
yeah. Well, it's coming to an end here, so make sure you catch up all you can. Moving on here, Scream 5. I never thought I'd actually talk about Scream 5 on here. Because of the 20th anniversary, E.T., who was on the set of the original Scream, did another report on Scream, got the cast and crew back together, and talked whether Scream 5 was possible or not. And Kevin Williamson, of course, he knew when he met up with Wes during Scream 4 that they planned on doing 5 and 6 right away. Scream 4 didn't make it nearly as much money as I thought it was going to. That idea kind of got thrown out the window, and it looks like it's going to continue to stay out that window. So, yeah, I wouldn't have your hopes up for a Scream 5, which is all I'd say. It does seem, Nev Campbell and they seem like they're willing to do one. The thing is, it's just, one, it's hard to do because Wes Craven's gone, rest in peace. And it's just, obviously the calling's not there like it used to be, you know?
Right.
With the Scream 4 not making that much money, it's really killing them. I honestly don't know how long Dimension's going to hang on to the title. So that's the only way I see Scream 5 happening is if Dimension lets it go. Just kind of like Halloween.
Right.
So, yeah. It looks like Scream 5 is still dead and is going to stay dead.
And you know what? That is fine with us.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of go back and forth on what I feel about it. I love Scream. I've always loved Scream.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see Scream 4, 5, and 6 happen. But it's without Wes, I just don't know what you can do.
Right.
It just kind of hurts a little bit. Just kind of hurts. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on, though, to Rings. Rings officially got a new trailer today, only about a minute long. It doesn't look that bad, which is surprising.
After I watched it a second time, I liked it a little more. The first time I watched it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. I analyzed it a little more. You know, we're in 2017, 2016, whatever now. There's
Right.
flat screen TVs.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because it seems very more like up to date with technology.
Yeah.
But it's like the Ring's not that old. Don't get me wrong. But now, the idea of this video being passed through emails is freaking terrifying.
Chainmail.
Yeah, dude. That
Send to 5 people or you'll die in your sleep tonight.
now it's real. This
Yeah.
is honestly that's what the movie's becoming a little bit to me. It's like a chainmail movie, so that could ruin it a little bit. But I think it's kind of cool that this video, instead of just being a VHS tape, is now in like the virtual world. So I mean that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And
The trailer really had a good flow.
Mm-hmm.
Not many trailers do. Definitely going to check it out.
yeah, people were going to ask if it was related to Ring 1 and 2. It does not seem to be. The official synopsis as reads: in Rings, a young woman becomes worried about her boyfriend when he explores a dark subculture surrounding a mysterious videotape said to kill the watcher 7 days after he has viewed it. She sacrifices herself to save her boyfriend, and in doing so makes a horrifying discovery. There is a movie within the movie that no one has ever seen before. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it seems like, now I don't know if the synopsis just kind of throw me off guard, but it seems like something else is in there that we haven't seen before in The Ring in 1 and 2. So we might get something a little more than we thought, and it's could throw us a loop a little bit. So there might be a big twist in there.
Right.
It's what it sounds like anyway.
I mean, we can't tell from the trailer. The limited trailers.
Right. Teasers, how they should be.
Yeah.
So they're doing a good job there. So
Yep.
So going off of Rings, which is one of the first big horror films of 2017, and also technically part of a franchise, 2017 in horror is definitely the year of franchise returns. That's if all these movies happen. So we're going to go one by one of franchises that are returning, and then we're going to talk about whether we think it's a good idea to actually have them return. Okay. First of all, coming May 19th is Alien Covenant. Now this one, not a surprise, with Prometheus, Alien Covenant was bound to happen. It's not a bad idea. It's not really a good idea, but it's not a bad idea. At least have something to play out. This one makes sense. It's the only one that really does make sense. So
I'm not really a fan of the Alien series. Sorry, but
broke some hearts right there.
I'm sorry.
It's the first two fantastic. Now everything else is a little shady.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alien Covenant has hopes, and at least we finally get to see the original classic Alien back in its prime. So that's cool. We haven't really seen anything since Alien vs. Predator. So yeah. Another big one. This one's a remake, and not technically a franchise, but it's definitely one of the biggest cult classics. Being It. It's coming out September 8th. It looks pretty good, actually, especially for a remake. Now I'm really hoping we don't get a, I don't know, like Poltergeist type remake.
There's no trailers. We've only just seen like 4 different pictures of Pennywise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
I would like a teaser. I don't need a full trailer. I'm already hooked.
Yeah, it looks cool. Pennywise looks cool. A lot cleaner than I thought he was going to look. I thought we thought we were going to get a crazy over the top clown, and cleaner is scarier in my opinion. So, but yeah, it looks promising. And as long as it's not a jump scare fest, and if it doesn't like Poltergeist, while the remake was okay, the problem it was pretty much the same exact movie with like technology advancements. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just like the same basic script. But then throwing a little more jump scares in there and just CGI advancements, That's pretty much what I'm hoping we don't get that with it. I want to see something more original, because that story is definitely left open. You can definitely push that story further. So I hope they do that. Next on the list, right now confirmed for October 27th. Highly doubtful we see it, but there's a chance. Saw Legacy, the Saw franchise, is returning for its eighth installment in the franchise, 7th sequel. Yeah, I don't really know what you can do. A lot of the cast and crew have moved on since then. Especially the original director of Saw, James Wan, is a goner, and he will not come back to this, I promise.
No.
Saw Legacy looks, especially because the teaser post they gave us was, Billy the Puppet and Tobin Bell next to each other. So we obviously had to be going off that story. Obviously have to go off of his legacy based on the title. It seems like someone's just going it seems like somebody's just going to take over and live up to that legacy that was Jigsaw.
Yeah. With that title, Legacy, maybe you get some of his better traps, kills, whatever, and end of franchise. No more crappy remakes.
Even though the last one was called The Final Chapter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Legacy actually has an importance to it or it's just another cliche legacy title. Which it probably is.
Yeah.
So, now these next ones, we have one more in here actually is a confirmed release date, but all the these coming up are to be determined, which means you're probably not going to see them this year. But they're all confirmed, and as of right now, they're estimated, technically confirmed estimated of 2017. Most of them being late in October, obviously, with them being horror films. Now, this is one I disagree with completely. Hellraiser Judgment is supposed to be coming this year. I love Hellraiser. It was great until it went into space, just kind of like Friday the 13th. And we got a remake recently, technically a remake, I guess, a reimagining that was so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
So to think that Hellraiser's coming back scares me, but I also hope, if you bring Doug Bradley back, you're in good shape. And that was one of the biggest failings of the remake, is that Doug Bradley didn't come back, so it failed as it deserved. But yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I love Hellraiser. If they do it right, it'd be cool to see him back on the big screen.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
Hopes are there. Now, another one that's been talked about for at least 3 years now, has been done for like 3 years, okay, is Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah.
It might still be rocking the Cathedral title, We don't really know because nobody really talks about this film. Now there's like official Facebook pages that leaked like teaser trailers about it that seemed legit, but we don't know. Like
Right.
there's like nothing really official behind it. Now the film itself has been done for a long time.
Yeah.
It hasn't locked anyone to actually produce it, and that's why we haven't seen it. And that right there should scare you, if you're asking me. That could either mean the movie's bad, nobody wants to pick it up, or people don't want to work with Victor Salva. That's it.
You know, I just don't see how they wouldn't pick it up unless it is very, very bad, because Jeepers Creepers is such a cult following. It has such a cult following. I know every single horror fan is waiting for this Jeepers Creepers. So, you know, maybe it is very, very bad. Maybe they don't want to work with them, but
I think
come on.
maybe they could be searching for a theatrical release and not getting it, and they're not going to get it. I promise.
Yeah, definitely.
It's too bad. It'd be cool to see Jeepers Creepers on the big screen again, but it's not going to happen, and it's going to go straight to Blu-ray. Maybe that's why people don't want to pick it up as well, because in the long run, you are going to lose money when you try to distribute this film. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I would just put it on VOD. Why not? It's really not. This film's been done. It's just been sitting there.
Yeah.
Let it go out. What's the big deal, you know? All right, man. Next, another straight to Blu-ray DVD release. This is supposed to be 100% confirmed for 2017, but we haven't got an official release date. Is Cult of Chucky.
Yeah. As of recording this, we have word that they are starting filming Monday. This Monday.
Yeah.
In a few days.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. January. So I feel like as long as they don't search for a theatrical release, which I don't think they will, it'll just go straight to video.
They're locked up.
We will get it straight to video probably in October.
Yeah.
Definitely before the end of the year. You know, the Chucky series really, again, has a big cult following. They haven't. Some of these sequels have been very good.
Some of them not so.
Some of them, the worst movie I have ever seen, Seed of Chucky, the worst movie I have ever seen, ever.
I don't know if it's the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's bad.
Ever.
It's bad.
Ever. So, you know, why don't you give us the synopsis?
All right. The synopsis for Cult of Chucky. At an asylum for the criminally insane where she has been confined for the past 4 years, is erroneously convinced that she, not Chucky, murdered her entire family. But when Nika's psychiatrist introduces a new therapeutic tool to facilitate its patients' group sessions, an all too familiar good guy doll with an innocently smiling face, a string of grisly deaths begins to plague the asylum, and Nika starts to wonder if that maybe she isn't crazy at all. Andy Barkley, Chucky's now grown-up nemesis from the original Child's Play, races to Nika's side. But to save her, he'll be able to get past Tiffany, Chucky's long-ago bride, who will do anything, no matter how deadly or depraved, to help her beloved devil doll.
Sounds great.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's going off of the 2013 sequel, Curse of Chucky, and we are following Nika, who is, by the way, that's played by Brad Dourif's daughter, who plays Chucky. So we're getting that family bond again there. It's cool that Andy Barkley is back, who's playing by the original actor, of course. And it's cool that Jennifer Tilly is officially in the movie as Tiffany. So this one actually I have some hope for this one because everyone's back.
Yeah.
Last time we saw Andy in an after credit scene for about 2 seconds, shot the hell out of Chucky with a shotgun. Obviously, they're just going to ignore that. It was just an after credit scene anyway. Who really cares?
Yeah, who would have thought we'd be getting him back? We just thought, oh yeah, it's cool, bring him back, one and done after credit scene.
Yeah.
But, now this movie based around him now. Mm-hmm. Well, based around, he's back. Main thing.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the big component that Curse of Chucky, Curse of Chucky was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm actually kind of excited for this one. I wasn't excited for Curse of Chucky because Seed of Chucky was the last thing I saw before that, but now some hope's in there. Yeah. Next, one we really don't know anything about. Also is to be determined, of course, and it's another franchise, of course. Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn Runaway is the title right now. It's supposed to be a sequel, as we were seeing it. I'm seeing it more as a reimagining right now, but Children of the Corn's coming back. I didn't even know about this one. This kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
No synopsis at this point. No idea what's going on with it. But apparently confirmed for 2017. I doubt it. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, again, I keep repeating myself. The cult following behind this Children of the Corn.
Yeah, all of these have cult followings.
Yeah. We're excited.
Right.
We're very excited. And 2017, even a theatrical release, kind of
Right.
just because, it's been a while.
Yeah, we saw Children of the Corn a few years back. That was technically a remake.
Yeah.
But it's still, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know if they're going to play off that. That one didn't really do too well.
Right.
So bringing it back is kind of shocking. But, hey, it's Children of the Corn. One of the creepiest books of all time. So,
Yeah.
let's hope.
Definitely something we need to keep.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep
listen
up to date with it. But,
yeah.
yeah, we literally nothing right now. Just got a title and a teaser poster. That was
Yeah.
it. All right, confirmed release date here of October 13th. Friday the 13th is returning. Not a sequel to the remake. Unfortunately, I wish it was. But we are getting a new reimagining of Jason, which is getting some origin story involved in it, including seeing his dad for the first time on screen, which is awesome. But we will still see the Jason we know and love, that big, burly dude, hockey mask. That's still going to be in there, but we do get some origin story.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Different approach.
Different approach.
Sounds interesting, though.
Right, and they just they casted officially in December, but that cast has not been released. Now, let's just hope. All right, listen, I want to see Kate Hodder come back, but I will not be mad if it's like Derek Mears again. I mean, even CJ Graham, who won't do it, but it would be cool with that. Someone that I want to see someone that we've seen in the match before come back and play it.
Yeah.
That'd
be great.
Yeah, but if I had to pick two, Derek Mears, Kate Hodder, like let's take one of those and run with it. I think Kane deserves one more shot. Just saying.
True.
Just he's getting up there in age a little bit. So give him one more shot. That's the role he was meant to play. So let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they start shooting in April, and they're gonna try rushing out a quick release here of October 13th. Yeah. Another movie that is supposed to come out in October, and I'm guessing an October 13th release as well, is Halloween. The working title. We don't know what we're actually going to get. It used to be Halloween Returns. When they lost the rights, when Dimension Films lost the rights, Blumhouse Pictures picked it up. They changed the title. But John Carpenter's on board as a producer. Director's in place. Script officially confirmed, apparently. But no casting and no shooting schedule at this point. So, will it be out this year? My bet is no.
Possible, yes.
It's possible, yeah. These things can be thrown out quick. They're slasher films, low budget, easy to shoot, easy to edit, easy to get out quickly, and easy have a fucking following. So, why not?
Now, Friday the 13th, has a bigger possibility of coming out this October. Now, is Halloween, gonna want to, first of all, compete with that kind of release?
Right.
Plus all the other horror movies that are doomed to come out in October.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool. Okay, it'd be the first time in 30 plus years we would see Friday the 13th Halloween face off. And it would be so cool for fans to see both those in the same month. I can't even imagine seeing both those movies in theaters in the same month. That'd be so cool. But I don't know why they'd want to face each other. Why Platinum Dunes and Blumhouse would want to even go against each other, because someone's going to lose money.
Right.
It's not that fans don't want to see it. Just some won't go. So pick one or the other. You know. So my bet is that Friday the 13th comes out this year. And Halloween is either going to get pushed back all the way to Halloween of 18, or it's going to get a January release, which it could. I'm sorry, I know fans don't. It doesn't deserve that. I'm with you, but it's a slasher film, and it's just another low budget horror film, and it could get thrown in that spot. It could get a summer release, but that's highly doubtful, especially in this generation.
It would definitely be an August release.
That's would be my guess.
Yeah, they just can't compete with those summer blockbusters that are all coming out. So yeah, either October 18, August 18, or January 18, if not October 17.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, we'll wait. I mean, we're gonna see both no matter what.
Yeah.
If it comes out on the same day,
all day. Yeah, we'd see the same. We'd see them the same day. I had no problem with it.
yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, little to no development on Halloween at the moment. That's the one that will probably be pushed back.
Yeah, that's my bet. Well, Friday the 13th is ahead at this point. And they're gonna be locked and loaded before Halloween even gets a locked, cast probably.
Yeah.
So that's 2017 in a nutshell. There's a whole shitload of horror movies coming out this year.
Oh yeah.
Including like Conjuring 3 is apparently trying to push out this year, probably gonna push back to 18.
None.
The Nun, Insidious 4. It's crazy. The Bye Bye Man's about to come out.
Annabelle 2.
Yeah, thank God. Annabelle 2.
Oh, great.
Hey, we could get lucky like Ouija and it could be good. Regardless, though, 2017 is looking like it's going to have a pretty good year, especially in horror, man. But horror might get shut down by some big blockbuster films this year. So, yeah, it's crazy to see all these movies returning. This could be the biggest year in horror in decades. So, let's hope. Let's hope we have a good one. Better than 2016, because there are some bombs in 2016. All right, man. With all that being said, we're going to wrap up Slash the Cast today. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Make sure you go check out our extra channel where you can find the MWM Project, which is similar to this podcast, but it covers all movies, all television, and video games. Yeah, video games, right? Make sure you keep up with Friday the 13th, the game. We will be streaming and uploading videos when the game comes out. Looking like we're only a month away. But, man, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.